Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus and welcome to another analysis video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. So, sometimes I do videos on artists that I've never heard of before, performances I've never seen, and I just work my way through them objectively as I always do. Sometimes an artist pops up that I'm a fan of, but I'll still do everything objectively. And this is one of those cases where it's a little bit more difficult to do this particular analysis video, but I have to keep things objective. So we will be taking a look at tonight a couple of performances, and it's going to be Roger Waters performing in both of these videos. As always, the links are in the description below if you want to check these videos out independently. But for this first video, there isn't a great deal of analysis that I'm going to need to do, but I'm just going to let it play through. And of course, Roger Waters from Pink Floyd. If you don't know, let's have a listen. So, there we had a bit of an issue. So, Roger should have been supplying the lead vocal, but the lead vocal comes in and he's not at the microphone. And that's always going to be an issue. And, I mean, what I will say is that in the current music industry, a lot of bands and artists are performing live, and they might have pre-recorded vocals. They might even be miming, they might be lip syncing, all this kind of stuff. And the older generation of artists, they might want to continue playing live, or they might start to do what other bands and artists are doing now. And the problem with that, the huge problem with that, is that the older generation of artists aren't used to lip syncing or miming. And, you know, as crazy as it sounds, the younger generation of artists have been doing it probably regularly in their younger careers, and they might only be in their 20s now. So they might have had maybe 5 or 10 years of it being a regular thing. And I think personally, it's like a skill, being able to do it so that people can't tell that you're lip syncing or miming. I think genuine artists, genuine players, instrumentalists, but singers as well, back in the day, they haven't learned this skill yet. So it means that when they just suddenly go, right, okay, we can now use a backing track, or we can use a pre-recorded vocal, let's do that. And they go, yeah, great, let's do that. So they go to do it live. And they're so used to the vocals being heard when they're at the microphone that they forget that the vocal's about to come in on the backing track and you're not at the microphone. Obviously, every band, every artist has a personal choice whether they want to sing live or not. It's up to them. And then it's down to the fans of the band to subjectively decide what they think about that particular decision. But all I'm saying is that this is the problem, that if you are an artist who has decided to do this live, you've got to take on that risk that you might get found out that you're not actually singing. The other side of it is you might actually be at the microphone, you might be doing everything right, and you've got the pre-recorded vocal all set up and ready to go, and the sound guy might make a mistake. And sadly, that's what we have with this performance from Roger. And this is, I think, back in 2006. I'm just going to let this play through, have a listen, see if you can spot anything.
Come here, dear boy, have a cigar, you're gonna go far.
So here, what we have is the vocal that is being played out of the speakers to the crowd in the right channel. We have the actual mic sound in the middle. So I'm just going to let this play through. So, I mean, we've got a good example there. And by the way, because I have isolated vocals here, it means that I can make it clearer as to what's going on. Actually, in the original video, I'd say that the live mic sound is so heavy in the mix, and this is the sound guy that's done it accidentally. He's got the mix mixed up. So he's put the live mic as the loud one and the pre-recorded vocal as the low one rather than the other way around, because we should be hearing a pre-recorded vocal. But anyway, it means that because I've isolated vocals, I can increase the volume of what the crowd were hearing in the right channel. So that is what's going on, and that's why it sounds weird. And have a listen again, because you'll hear the pre-recorded vocal coming in on the right-hand side. Fly high! And Roger only went, fly high! Like that, because he's not actually singing it, but he's pretending to sing it. But we're actually hearing him pretending to sing it. So we'll just let it play on. Fly high! You're never gonna die! Yeah, so in the right channel, we've got this, you're never gonna die! You're never gonna die! In that channel, and in the middle, we've got, you're never gonna die! That kind of thing, because, yeah, listen again. You're never gonna die! You're never gonna die! It's that kind of approach, because he's not singing, but obviously he's trying to make it look like he is singing.
I've always had a deep respect, and I mean that most sincerely.
Sincerely! You know, you can hear it sincerely on the right-hand side with that pitch.
The band is just fantastic, that is really what I think. Oh, by the way, come on, dear. And did we tell you the name of the day? Oh, the God.
And here's the other thing. I'm just going to let this play through, actually. This is where it gets a little bit crazier. We've got backing vocalists here. And the backing vocalists have their in-ear monitors in so that they can hear their voices clearly when they're harmonizing with each other. But they're supplying live vocals behind a pre-recorded vocal. So this is where it just gets, yeah, a little bit crazy, because we do have live vocals here, but not the lead vocal. So they are singing along with a pre-recorded vocal, and I wonder if they know that they must have Roger's pre-recorded vocal in their ears, and that's what they're harmonizing with. Do they know that he's at the front of the stage not actually singing that? Do they think that they're hearing his actual voice, but have they been told that he's not doing it? So anyway, yeah, I mean, you can run through this whole thing. I mean, just to prove the case that we've got two separate vocals going on.
You gotta get around, you owe it to the people. We're so heavy we can hardly down.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm going to stop it there because, unfortunately, I mean, there's nothing really more to show because it is an open and shut case. But it's just the subject matter and the fact that, yeah, you can have somebody like Roger and, yeah, that whole history of Pink Floyd and this particular song and everything about it. You think, well, surely it's not what I'm pointing out, but it's objective, so it is. It literally is what it is. So yeah, as difficult as it is to take sometimes, for tonight's particular video, this has been requested, so I will point it out and I won't pretend it's not happening. I'm going to show you exactly what is happening and be as objective as I can be with it by showing you the two vocals that are going on at the same time here. I mean, in that first video, it's very obvious what's going on, but people might not really understand with this particular performance what was going on. But yeah, sadly, that's what is happening. We've got a pre-recorded vocal that's being lip-synced to or mimed to, but we're hearing the actual mic on stage. And again, relying on other people, if you're going to try and do this, is risky. Lots of stuff can go wrong, as this proves. So I think the best bet, just for your own career, respectability, integrity, honesty is always the best policy. Just go out there and do what you do. And I think even if Roger gave a vocal that wasn't that amazing, it's got this kind of feel to it where you could even forget about the melody a bit and just talk through it and just tell the story of the song and sell that lyrical content. But yeah, as soon as you make the decision not to do that, you're always hoping to try and get away with it. And if you're trying to get away with anything, there's always the chance that you won't get away with it because something will go wrong. But anyway, yeah, here we go. It's just another video to add to the objective analysis videos. But thank you guys for requesting this one tonight. Keep those suggestions and requests coming in the comment section below. As always, let me know what you guys think. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Rock!